Have you been hearing all about kids in cages? Have you been hearing about children being separated from their families while border crossing? Well, have I got a game for you. I actually have a test, a game per se. A little storyboard for you. And I hope it will help you decide just how you feel about this whole weird scenario with these immigrants and their families being separated and that kind of thing. So, without further ado, after this, you make up your mind. You tell me what you think. All right. So what we have right here, this is you. And these are your two kids. You and your family live in Fucktopia. Fucktopia is a shithole. However, right across the border from Fucktopia is Radville. Now, you would love to get out of this shithole, Fucktopia, which is a very unpleasant place for a frog or something. Anyway, over here in Radville, everything is bitchin'. Money to be made, food. We're talking, the Radville dream, okay? So you and your family are sad, stuck in this shithole called Fucktopia. What you really want is prosperity and a better life in Radville. Now, you come to the border of Fucktopia and Radville. And here you are with your children. Right here, there's a sign. And on this sign, it says things. Right at the top it says, "Welcome to Radville. You are absolutely more than welcome to come to Radville and seek a better life. No question whatsoever. Welcome. We would love to have you here. But you must go through the proper channels. There are many of them available to you. And if you go through the proper channels, your children and your family will remain intact while being housed, waiting for the results of whether or not you will be admitted into this rad country." But then down here on the bottom, so right there, you've got, "Yes, please come in. We welcome you. We would love you and your kids to come into Radville and have a great life. We would like that very much." It says so right there. However, it also says there are proper channels to go through, and you must go through those proper channels. And when you do, coming from the shithole, your family will remain intact for the duration until decision is made. That's fantastic. That's very easy. But right below that, you see, it says right there, "But if you cross into this country illegally, your children will be taken from you, burned alive, and then fed to ground squirrels on bath salts." Now, you want to go to Radville because Fucktopia sucks. It's a shitty place. It's a shithole. Okay? It's sad. It's fucked. So a better life for you and your kids in Radville sounds great. So now you have the choice to come in, probably wait a little longer, but fully legally, come in and ask for asylum at the proper place, and you will be given asylum, at least temporarily, with your family. You get to all stay together. Family unit stays intact. Or you can just sneak over illegally, not deal with any of that crap, skip all that business, just try to quicker get onto a better life. But if you're caught, again, it says plainly right there that your children will be burned alive and then fed to ground squirrels on bath salts. Okay? So, you across illegally. Okay, you chose wrong. You chose to skip the legal entry. Okay, so you came in illegally. You were caught right here. Your children were burned alive and fed to ground squirrels on bath salts. So, my biggest question here, really, whose fault is it? Is it the government of Radville, who has a sign up here telling you the consequences after they tell you the perfectly legal and easy way to get in? Or could it be the fault of this shithole country for driving these poor people out, and these poor children are the victims? Or is it the parents' fault for choosing to take these two children with them across the illegal way, risking being thrown in a fire and eaten by ground squirrels on bath salts? Because it says it right there. The consequences aren't as hard on you. You'll go to jail. A little jail right here with some bars and a window. You're like, ah, shit. But your kids get burned alive and fed to ground squirrels on bath salts. So, whose fault is it? Who do you blame if you choose the bad option that clearly has consequences for you and your children, one of which being separated, and, of course, your children being thrown in a fire and fed to ground squirrels on bath salts? Anyway, when leaving Fucktopia to get to Radville, how would you go about it? In this scenario, I laid it out where they decided to go the illegal way. So whose fault is it that these kids were thrown in a fire and eaten by ground squirrels on bath salts? Whose fault out of this? Who's it boiled down to? Okay, the government could be... In my opinion, I don't know what your answer is. That's my answer, but I don't know what your answer is there. Anyway, welcome to Radville. You're welcome here. Just make sure you go through the proper channels so we don't have to throw your fucking kids in a fire and feed them to ground squirrels on bath salts. I mean, that's all I'm saying.